Launching a new location should not feel like starting from scratch. If you're reinventing the wheel every single time, you're not just wasting energy, you are inviting chaos. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through the gear that you need. Don't worry, this is not about starting a franchise. You can apply these principles to your business, whether you are adding new locations, whether you are franchising or licensing, or whether you're just growing. But I'm going to call it the Franchise Launch Toolkit because that's the mindset that I want you to be in. I want every rollout that you have to be smooth and scalable and stress-free, whether you're opening your second location or your 50th. I'm Brett from brettcpayne.com, and I help growth stage businesses, that's you, right? I help them scale without breakdowns by making your systems really kind of plug and play. I want it to be super simple for you. It takes a little bit of effort, but once you've got it, it's going to be really, really great for you to grow. Because here's the truth. When you've got the right launch gear, you don't just open new locations, you replicate your success. That's the idea. Gear number one, the master launch checklist. Every rollout starts here. If you're thinking about adding a new location in some capacity, this is where it starts. This isn't about having a note in your phone. It's the complete step-by-step map from lease signing to opening day for one of your new locations. Now, what does this master launch checklist look like? It's going to cover things like permits and compliance. It's going to cover things like tech setup, like brand and signage, like pre-opening marketing. It's your don't think, just execute list. Now, where can you make this checklist? You can do it as simple as putting it in a Google Sheet. I love Google Sheets. You can absolutely do that. Another place that you can do it that I really like to use is within a tool called Asana, Asana. And I use the free version of Asana to accomplish exactly what I've just described to you. The way that I do that is I look at every single section that has to happen inside of my master launch checklist, and I divide that by the different categories of what has to happen over a period of time. And then I put every single task in there that has to happen in order to achieve what's in kind of the bigger category. Now, every task that I put in there always has two things associated with it. Well, really three things. The first one is going to be the task. The second thing is going to be the person that it's assigned to. And the third item is going to be the date when it has to be completed. I've told people for years and years, any task that you have that does not have both of those things will never get done. It has to have a person that's assigned who is responsible for it, and it has to have a date on when it has to be completed. If you have a task list and it's missing one of those two things, even if it's just got one, it will not get done and will not get done in the way that you want it to get done. So I use Asana. That's the tool, my go-to tool to build out my master launch checklist. And that way I can use it. It's repeatable, right? It's your don't think, just execute list. So every time we would open a location, all we would do is just take that list in Asana, which had hundreds of items in it, where you just copy it, put it for a new location, update the dates, update the people, and we're off and running. You've got to have one of those. Gear number two, the training hub. Your people are the product, so you can't wing the onboarding of your staff, whether it's going to be your hourly staff, whether it's going to be operations people, managers, whoever it's going to be in your location. You can't wing it, right? You've got to build a central hub where every new hire is going to get consistent training videos about how to do their job. They're going to get really role-specific SOPs, their standard operating procedures about how to do every task inside of their job. And they're also going to get hands-on simulations before day one so they know how to do their job. Again, lots of places that you can build these things. The easiest place to do that is just create a Google Drive and put in the Google Drive under your training every single role. And inside of the role, that's where you can upload your training videos that you may make with YouTube. You may make them with Loom videos. There's lots of different places to do this. And you can just upload it into the drive. And so if somebody has a particular role in one of your businesses, maybe it's a retail business and you just want to train people like how to be a customer service agent or a salesperson or somebody like that, you just give them access to the drive and they go and you just tell them, go through every single training video, look at all the SOPs, and then you'll be ready for your training. And that way you can keep everything centralized and it's very, very easy. I like to use another tool called Fresh Desk. Fresh Desk, I believe, does have a little price point to it. It's very worth it because you can use it not only for a ticketing system, but you can also use it for a knowledge base where you're putting all kinds of information there. We like to use it as the training place for our staff members. So we give them a login to it. They have access to the training for their particular role. We just assign the access to their role. And all of these things are in there, all the videos in there, the SOPs in there, so that it doesn't matter whether I'm opening a location in the state of Missouri, if I'm doing it in California, or if I'm doing it in Dubai. We give the exact same training to everybody. Everybody gets the same thing. And we can update it on a regular basis, right? If you're tired of treating every launch like it's a custom project, like, oh no, like it's very exciting, we get to do this, but now where do I begin? If you're tired of doing that, which is kind of fun for one or two, but it's not fun for 50, hit that subscribe button. I post weekly systems to help you simplify and standardize, and most importantly, so that you can scale. Gear number 3, the tech stack for sync. HQ, or your headquarters, and the local teams, they should never be guessing at what is happening or what tools we are using. From project management boards like Asana, that's what I like to use, to automated reporting dashboards. I like to put those inside of Go High Level. Your tech needs to keep information flowing and the roles very crystal clear. So let me ask you, if someone handed you a check to open up 10 locations tomorrow, that would be exciting, right? That's a big check. Could you run them confidently? Drop your honest answer in the comments. Gear number 4, the pre-opening playbook. This is the playbook. You ready? The 30 days before launch, the make it or break it. So your playbook is going to cover for your staff what gets shipped and when, what gets tested before day one, how your staff are trained and assessed, how you simulate real operations before opening the doors. You've got to think through what happens. It's like a countdown, right? It's like you hit the machine, the clock, and the days start trickling down until you've got 15 days and 10 days and 5 days. You've got your opening day, right? Because every time you open up a new location, it's the question everybody asks you, what day you can be open, right? So you've got to pick that day, work backwards, and then go, okay, how do I maximize these 30 days that I'm going to have? And you've got to get all of that in place. It's the playbook you've got to put in place. This is going to remove the I hope it works factor. We don't want that, and replaces it with proof. You've got to have proof about how you're going to do this. I want to encourage you, when you do these kinds of things, these little mental activities, don't do them in an office where people are asking you questions. You're never going to get it done. It's going to be very difficult. Find somewhere else, go to a coffee shop, put in your AirPods, do whatever. Don't do these things in your office. There are way too many distractions. One of the things that I've found that has helped me when I have to have creative thinking like this, or thinking through processes, a couple of things. Number one, if I do it properly the first time, I won't have to do it ever again. It's the hardest thing you will ever have to do, when you have to begin with the end in mind. And I'm stealing that idea from Stephen Covey, one of the favorite books I've ever read. I read it when I was probably 23 years old. I was living in Ukraine. I was completely isolated from everything, basically. And I had a lot of things I was trying to grow. And I had this book called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And I basically said, like, I know this thing works. I'm basically just going to follow every single thing it says. But one of the principles in there is to begin with the end in mind. And that's what I'm talking about here. When you open a location, you've got to see it. You've got to see day one in your mind before you start doing the activity. I was closing my eyes because that's what I actually do. You want to visualize, what does that look like on day one? And then work back 30 days and go, okay, how do I get there? It's got to look like this, feel like this, sound like this. These people have to do these kinds of things. Maybe it's different languages. Like, I've opened up locations for businesses, and you've got to think through all of these things. Or it may be that you're just going to put another one of your locations across town, which is totally, it's just as difficult. It doesn't matter, right? But you've got to step back, take a day or 2 or 3 days, whatever, and really think through it. Again, I like to go to places that don't have the same kind of inputs. Like in my office, it's just familiar things. I don't want to be there. I'll tell you my secret. I like to go to atriums of large hotels that have like water features and couches and stuff like that. And I grab a laptop. I just sit in there and work for hours. And I'll grab a Coke or something to drink, just so I'm spending a little bit of money there. And I will work there because it's just feels different, right? Like, different hotels have different kind of concepts. And people that know me here in Springfield know if they see me, I'm not going to tell you where I go because I don't want you to show up. If they see me there, they know I'm working on some kind of really heavy kind of mental thing, and that's my secret. You can use it in your city if you want to. This whole idea of replacing this hope it works factor with proof. I really go deep into this in my video called Rolling Out New Locations Without Chaos. This is going to show you how to keep the system running smoothly after you launch. And I put the link for that in the description for you. Gear number 5, and this is the last gear I want to share with you today, is the SOP library. Every task that matters should live in a documented, easy to access, standard operating procedure document, an SOP that's going to be a Google Doc or a Word doc or something, and is sitting in a place where your staff has easy access to it. That way, no one is guessing, and you're not the walking instruction manual, which can be really exhausting for an executive like yourself or a founder like yourself. Your gear is only as good as the system that is going to connect it. And if you're expanding into new markets, which I hope you do, watch Rolling Out New Locations Without Chaos. It's the video that I referenced earlier. I'm going to encourage you to watch it after this video. It's the framework that's going to keep launches clean and predictable so that you scale without all the stress that naturally comes with that. The link is in the description for you. Let's make your next rollout your easiest one yet.